Hello students, happy morning. Grade 8 Science, chapter number 10. This is the last video of these chapters, reaching the age of adolescence. Today's learning point, how is the sex of the baby determined, whether boy or girl? So you are requested to open the page number 118, 118. From there, it is our NCERT textbooks. Inside the fertilized egg or zygote is the instructions for determining the sex of the baby, right? Now this instruction is present in the third thread-like structure, that is chromosomes, right? And that chromosome that we have seen in our chapter number 8. Now these chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of every cell. All human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes, right? So in the nuclei of their cell, 2 chromosomes out of these are sex hormones. 23 pair means total 46 chromosomes, right? So 23 pair, out of them 46, 2 chromosomes, that is used for sex chromosomes, right? Name X and Y. A female has 2 X chromosomes, right? While the male has X and Y chromosomes. Please students remember, female has, if the child is female, she has X and Y chromosomes, right? Sorry, female has 2 XX chromosome. If the child is male, they have XY chromosomes. Now the gametes, that is eggs plus sperm, have only one set of chromosomes. The unfertilized eggs always has X chromosomes. But the sperm are two of kinds. One kind has X chromosomes and the other kind has Y chromosomes. You see, when the sperm containing X chromosomes fertilizes the egg, the zygote would have 2 X chromosomes and develop into a female child, right? Because 2X chromosome means female child. If the sperm contributes Y chromosomes to the egg, means ovule at the fertilization, the zygote would develop into male child. Now student, you look in this figure from textbook. You see here sperm has X and Y chromosomes. Sperm always has X and Y chromosomes. You see, now this egg it belongs to egg belongs to female, right? And female has XX chromosomes, right? Now when sperm X is fertilized with X, then determination is girl. You see, XX. And when Y chromosomes, when sperm Y is fertilized with X, means XY, then boy child is there. Okay. So like this way sex determination is done for the to determine whether the female child is boy or girl. Okay. So XY chromosome means boy and XX chromosome means girl, right? Sperm has always which type of chromosome? X and Y type, you see. An egg has which chromosome? XX. So XY boy, XX girl. Here you see the figure 10.4, sex determination in humans, right? XY is boy and XX is girl. Now you know that the sex chromosome of the father determines the sex of unborn baby. The belief that the mother is responsible for the sex of her baby is completely wrong, right? In olden days, वो सास जो बोलती है ना अपनी बहू को, क्या बोलती है वो, कि जब बेटा आता है तो सास बहुत खुश होती है, लेकिन बेटी आती है तो वो बोलती है कि वो प्रॉब्लम तुम्हारे में है, वो अपनी बहू के साथ बोलती नहीं है, राइट? बट दिस इज रॉन्ग बिलीफ, राइट? So here it is there, the belief that the mother is responsible for the sex of her baby, it is completely wrong. उसमें मदर जितने रिस्पॉन्सिबल है ना उतने फादर रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, राइट? सो दैट इज रॉन्ग बिलीफ इन अवर सोसाइटी. ओके, so it is completely wrong, and to blame her of this is totally unjustified, right? So it might be asked in the exam that mother is not responsible for the sex of her baby. Why? Okay, so that answer that here I am discussing now. Okay students, now the next point, that is role of hormones life. Hormones in completely the life history of insects and frogs. You have already learned that about the life of history of silk moth and frog. The caterpillar has to pass through the various stages to become an adult moth, right? Recall this chapter from chapter number 7, the stages of the life history of the silk moth. Similarly, the tadpole passes through the certain stages to become a frog. That is chapter number 9. It is also we have seen. Okay, here the very important definition is coming now. The changes from larva to adult is called metamorphosis, and this metamorphosis in the insects is controlled by the insect's hormones. In frog, it is controlled by thyroxine, the hormone produced by thyroid. The thyroxine production requires the presence of iodine in water. If the water in which the tadpole are growing does not contain sufficient iodine, so the tadpole cannot become adult. Here you see that the changes from the larva to the adults, right? In frog cycle, the changes from larva to the adult is known as metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is the insects controlled by the insect's hormones, right? And this metamorphosis which is done in frog. Okay, now next part, that is reproductive health. The physical and mental well-being of an individual is regarded as an individual health. To keep the body healthy, every human being at any age need to have a balanced diet, right? If we eat balanced diets, then and then we become physically and mentally fit, right? So the person must also observe personal hygiene and undertake that adequate physical exercise, right? Nowadays the lack of physical exercise that we find in the people, that's why they are not happy, they are in tension mood, right? And so during the adolescence, however, this become important, even essentials to body grow, right? Now the next point, that is nutritional need of the adolescence. So at the time of adolescence, means you people, right, you require, for adolescence is the stage of rapid growth and development. Hence the diet for an adolescence has to be carefully planned. You have already learned that balanced diet which contain different type of nutrients, right? Recall that balanced diet means that the meal include proteins, carbohydrate, fat, vitamins in requisite proportions. Our Indian meal, that is roti, rice, dal, pulses and vegetables, it is a balanced meal. That's why daily routine we eat these only, right? Meal, usme dal, rice, chapati, right? Milk. So in daily routine we are eating this diet. So it contain, in short, this diet, the combination of these all diet, right? The rice, dal, so carbohydrate, and a dal means proteins, and a salad it contain minerals, vitamins, right? And so वो balance होता है, right? So our Indian meal, that is roti, rice, dal, pulses and vegetable, is a balanced meal. Milk is a balanced food in itself. So fruit also provide for nourishment. For infant, mother's milk is provide all the nourishment that they need. You know this iron build blood, blood, iron build blood and iron rich in foods such as leafy vegetables, jaggery, meat citrus, Indian gooseberry that is amla are good for adolescents, right? So in this period you have to eat that whatever the food which rich in contain iron, right? आप dates खा सकते हो, right? Leafy vegetables आप हर रोज गुड़ खा सकते हो खाने में, है ना? 4 or 5 pieces गुड़ that you have to take, right? Then meat, the person who are non-veg, right? They can take that meat also. Citrus, right? Indian gooseberry that is amla, it is also for the adolescents, right? Okay, so these substances and these foods which are very important to get nutrients in this adolescence period. Here you see the balanced diet. Here meat is there, vegetable is there, milk and egg is there for proteins, fruit is there, you see. Then gram, pulses, right? So nutrition items for food. These are the balanced diet in our life. So students, you check items for the lunch and dinner in your meal. Is the meal balanced and nutritious? Does it include cereals which gives energy and milk, meat, nuts, pulses which provide proteins for your growth? Also does it include that fat, sugars which gives energy? Okay, what about the food, fruit and vegetables, right? Fruit and vegetables, from that you will get that vitamins and minerals and different colors, varieties of color, variety of food, which are very essential for our body growth. Now you see here chip and packet for teen snacks through very tasty should never replace regular meals as they do not have adequate nutritional value. Means आप जो कुरकुरे खाते हो या जो वेफर्स खाते हो, right? This is not good for your health, right? They are junk food, right? So avoid junk food from your life, okay? Now this physical exercise, which walking and playing in the fresh air keeps the body fit and healthy. So all young ones, boys and girls should take walk, exercise and play outdoor games, not only indoor games. Nowadays the children, they are busy in their video games which are in mobile and computers, right? But you have to maintain in that exercise also. You have to maintain balanced exercise, means outdoor games, indoor games, both you have to. You can play that games on mobile, but it has a certain time, not the whole day, right? Because it damage your that eyes and backbone and that fingers, right? So always you touch with the keyboard of the that computers, correct? There are so many cases and researches, they said that the students, they uh, damage certain organs and especially that eyes, okay, and such type of that headache is producing. Now one very important thing is there here that many time I ask in the exams and which is very important for you. Now these myth and taboos, do and don't do's, right? So you have learned here that from chapter number 9, the scientific facts which is related to the human reproductions. There are many wrong motions which you should now to be a discard as a informed adolescence. For example, there are myth and taboos regarding bodily changes that adolescence experiences. Some of these given below, and you can now argue why these are myth and not facts. Number one, girls become pregnant if she looks at the boys during the menstruation, right? तो ये क्या right है क्या? This is completely wrong, right? The girls become pregnant if she looks at the boys during the menstruation. So this is not possible because it is possible only when that zygote is formed, right? Fertilization is there. It is responsible for this to become a pregnant, right? So this is not possible. So these are the myth number one, taboos you can say. Now another one, the mother is responsible for the sex of her child. It is also perfectly wrong. Father is the responsible for the sex of the child because father has X and Y chromosomes, right? While the mother has XX only. That X belongs to XX chromosome and the sperm belongs to X and Y. So when the combination is there, that we have seen that XX means girl child, XY means boy child. Another one, another taboo, that a girl should not be allowed to work in the kitchen during the menstruation. ये आज के ज़माने में तो possible ही नहीं है, right? The girl should be allowed, means that the person, whether the girl or boy is there, whether the father or mother is there, they should help to each other, right? So this is perfectly wrong. Say no to drugs. Explain, right? So how do you explain, student? Adolescence is the period of much activity in the body, mind, right? Which is normal part of the growing up. So do not feel confused or insecure, right? These are the general in all. If anybody suggests that you will get relief, you take some drugs, just say no, unless prescribed by the doctor, right? So with the help of doctor, you can take the medicines, any type of medicines, right? And without asking of the doctors, don't take medicines. Even simple, even normal headache is there, then do not take. And, we people many times we forget that because we are not doctors, right? So you have to get the doctor's informations and then you take the drugs, right? Or you can say medicines. So drugs are addictive. If you take them once, you feel like a taking them and again. So they harm the body in the long run. They ruin health and happiness. So you must have heard about the AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, which is caused by the dangerous virus, that virus name is HIV. Now, this virus can pass on to the normal person from the infected person by sharing syringes used for injection drugs. It can also be transmitted to the infant from the infected mother through her milk. The virus can also have transmitted to the sexual contacts with the person infected with HIV. Right now, this is HIV. Right, so very dangerous. This AIDS. Right, it is done by the sexual contacts. The person who victimized with the AIDS, then and then, right? Illegal sex, right? Illegal that sexual contacts are there, or that the person who are victimized with the AIDS disease, right? Right? In Gujarat, there are lots of percentage are there about these AIDS. So beware of this disease, right? Okay, this disease is very dangerous. Nowadays, it is an important test in in all the hospitals whether the person is infected with AIDS or not AIDS. But you have to check. Wherever pregnant women, they first check the test of AIDS, right? So and then they can operate, the doctors, right? So once time I just accompanied with my wife and I just talk about this. They tell me that come on, there is now 8 stays is compulsory for all because it is the government rules. Okay, correct. So such type of AIDS disease is there. Okay, so we have to be very take care about the our health. So students, here is a chapter is our chapter is over. Thank you very much. Okay, that you have supported me, but you all are not supported me with to bring your that Google form. So please be regular in that Google form. Next time I will inform you about these query sessions, right? So there will be a query session, and also I just send you the extra videos and that worksheet that you have to write down in your book. Worksheet you have to solve because in future, means in next week, I am so we are going to suppose to take your book for checking. Okay, so till there, have a nice day. Goodbye.